We welcome you here to the second game of our twin bill as the Lynx of NHTI, coming in at 12 and 14, 5-7 in the league, will take on your University of Maine at Augusta Moose Women. Moose Women at 12 and 9, 9 and 5 in the YSCC. Hello, everybody. I'm Rob Munsing, joined by Nate Munsing. Brittany Bushar running our camera here for us tonight for Munsing Media as we bring you the final game of our season. It's been a quick season here for the Munsing Media crew. Always goes very fast here when we come up here to do UMaine basketball. I want to thank everybody, Renee Grant, Kim Lloyd, who helps out, gives us the stats, both coaches, Coach Laney, Coach Ford, for their help here, and all the faculty and administration for their support of UMA basketball. Certainly glad to be with us. John Shalenka was honored between games for his contribution. It was appreciation night for John, long time. Well, I guess you would say professor, coach, do-it-all person here at University of Maine. This is John's last game as the announcer for the Moose. He's retiring at the end of the year. Over the course of his 39 years at UMA, John served in a number of roles for the athletic department. For the past 14, John's been the voice of UMA home basketball games. He's a professor of sociology, anthropology, been a full-time faculty member at UMA since 1975. He's also done some coaching here at UMA. He did soccer clubs for over 20 years, including co-ed soccer from 81 to 2000 and women's soccer in 2001. Underway, Jamie Plummer, jumping for the Moose, are going to have a good old-fashioned do-over. So starters for the Lynx, it'll be Danielle Kimball, Cassie LaCroix, Anae Leak, Jessica Wagner, and Laura LeBlanc. For your Moose, you see Jamie Plummer, Laura's number 52. Okay, thank you, Nate. Laura LeBlanc. So we'll get some number changes here. That's one of the neat things that happens. Keeps us up to date. This is Laura goes in. LeBlanc gets the first two. This is Jen Lola Lee, Jenks, Plummer there with it in the put up and down. And Angie Bolgen are the starting five here for the Moose.
Plummer with a tough angle there to be able to bring that home.
Pop outside, won't go. Short bench here tonight for the Lynx. UMaine men with an impressive win in game one. Finished their season on a up note. Close game, back and forth and went, but a good second half by the Moose men. We have from Coach Jim Ford at halftime. Stay with us. Coach Ford will be talking about playoffs. Playoffs. Yes, playoffs for the Moose. First time since 2010. 2011 season for the Moose men. Pop outside. 5-2 now, Lynx. We welcome you online to our broadcast, our HD broadcast. Ariante Lee. Ariante was on it for being the National Player of the Week. She and Brandon Rogers received awards at halftime, recognizing their outstanding achievements. Quite an honor, Nate, for both men's and women's play to be recognized nationally.
Yeah, a little bit of notoriety from up here, way up in Maine, central Maine, that is, and to be able to get some recognition is great for not only the program but the school, and obviously for the kids that work so hard to get it.
Well, Brandon Rogers leads the nation in rebounding. That's nation, N-A-T-I-O-N. Brandon with an outstanding game in the first game here tonight. So the Moose are going in as the third seed. They like to continue to play well. Not quite sure who their opponent's going to be. You heard Coach Laney if you watched the men's game. Runner off the glass and down for Jenks. So Jenks with the glass kisser in home. Courtney's had an outstanding season. Had a concussion, knocked her out of some games, but Jenks has come back strong here. The last couple of games, almost a steal by Lee. Not quite as much room out of bounds as they normally have. Usually they could run right out in the concession stands almost in some of the areas here, right out in the lobby. But the tables are set up for the tournament underway here Friday night. Friday afternoon, actually, 3 o'clock. They'll start the high school basketball tournament. So a lot of basketball battle going on here in the next week. But we got basketball battle here, 5-4, early on. Wagner, pop outside. Leak almost hit the downtown bomb, but it didn't go down. Here comes Plum. Got to get a travel by Ariante. Five, 4 here early. You see the scoreboard. Lots of time. Patton at half-court offense here now. This is LeBlanc. And turned over. Moose basketball.
Yeah, nice job here by UMA on their defensive set. Keeping the keeping themselves between the basket and the offensive player, and getting their hands in passing lanes. So far, so good for them.
Bojan got it back outside. Now Wohl's going to reset the offense. Jenna breaking out. Survey the seam. Plum is at the high post. She'll get it at the post. Go down in. Off the glass, no. Rebounds pulled down now by Leak. Here she comes. Now gets it off to Kimball, the point guard. Kimball's going to pop way downtown with some arc on it and home. That one disappeared. Went so high, disappeared for a little bit, and then came back into the stratosphere on a parachute and down through for a long 3. 8-4. Chinlola. Ariante. Good follow. So Lee with the follow makes it 8-6. Kimball skips. Jix jumped over. Couldn't get the Lola looking for the switchback on defense for the Moose. Going to get a foul on the floor. Angie Bolton called on the foul. Her first team first. Lynx have 1 foul. 8-6. Comes out high to Wagner. I'm sorry, this is LeBlanc. LeBlanc goes. Class home. Laura LeBlanc. She's out of Norwood, New Hampshire, the 5'9" sophomore. Lee Holes. Leak on her. Ariante. Step back. Net. Pretty play. That was pretty. You got to get off Ariante. She'll go right by you. And she pulled it back out and hit the pop.
Yeah, you can't be, as a defender, too aggressive on her because she's so quick. She'll beat you off the dribble and take it to the hole. She's very good at layups, and her focus to finish those layups are... They took the timeout there.
Well, I think Kevin Gibbs called a timeout because he wasn't that happy with the lack of offensive movement. But then Leak threw it home, and, you'd like to have it back, but you can't. Well, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. More basketball of this.
Stagnating in my job. I wanted to study computer science. I looked at other programs, both online and in the state. UMA was very affordable, fit my budget, fit my schedule. It's really geared towards a working person. The support was just amazing. I once emailed a professor on a Saturday night, and she called me back on a Sunday morning. That's UMA. I found what I really wanted for a career. I never would have done it without UMA. I am a very happy geek.
We rejoined you here back at the Augusta Civic Center. Rob Munsing, Nate Munsing, Brittany Busher running our camera for us here. 15-16 left, 10-8. Lynx will have the basketball. They'll have 15 seconds on the shot clock. Head coach Kevin Gibbs, I think, was a little bit concerned with the pedestrian nature of the offense as Lynx was out front. As Johnny Most would say, fiddling and faddling. So this is Kimball with it now. She's going to set the offense. Kimball draws Lee. Back out high. Wagner. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a pass or not, but LaCroix didn't get it down. jump out on Lee. Ariante goes. Little pop for Lola. No. Rebound Medora. She's got it. Puts it up. No. Didn't get down. Stays 10-8. Kimball again. That went off the iron. Chased down but out of bounds. Moose basketball. So very thankful they scheduled this game for Wednesday night, because from the sounds of the doomsday forecast, we're not playing any basketball anywhere in Maine tomorrow night. Thankfully, nobody having to travel. Lee's going to pop a three. Eyeing it up. She follows. Slashes. Puts it up. Little contact. Doesn't go underneath. Let's see who that was. It was Lola. And she got fouled.
Yeah, Ariante always does a great job of following her shot, no matter if it's a make or a miss. And obviously there, to her benefit as it comes off the front of the rim right to her.
Jen Lola out of Monmouth Academy hits the first one. Jen's going to bowl. Jen also wanted a pregame for her Player of the Week award, too. Well, good honors here. Good season here for UMA. No hesitation. That one by Jessica Wagner out of Conway, New Hampshire, the 5'7" sophomore. Rings one home. 13-10.
You got to tip your hat right now to NHTI for the way they're shooting their three-pointer. I think they've only missed one or two.
Yeah, double dribble. Yeah, it looks like Ariante wanted to hit Jen, but Jen Lola, Jen took off, and Ariante had to pull the ball back. And HTI, 12-14 on the season, 5-7 in the conference. UMaine women Moose are 9-5 in the league, 12-9 overall. They're going as the third seed. You heard Coach Laney talk to us at halftime of the men's game, very excited about the way that the kids have come together and gelled. Short bench here for NHTI, so we'll see if that doesn't factor into it a little bit. Of course, the Moose don't go that deep themselves, so. Kendall Great now in the game, number 31 out of Holderness, New Hampshire. 5'8" freshman. Medora's going to pop outside and get it netted. So Haley with a big basket here makes it 13-12.
Yeah, good job there by UMA to get the ball down into Plummer, and she did a nice job of rotating it over to the open teammate as Haley hits the two.
Here's a back cut. Pretty play and dropped home by Jamie Plummer. That was a pretty play. Nice feed by Jix as well, as Courtney saw the cutter coming. She came up, vacated the area, back to the weak side. That weak side cutter came, and it was a perfectly designed play by Coach Laney. 14-13. Moose by one. Kimball now slashes, lays, doesn't go. Here comes Ariante. Clear the track. Here she comes. Goes right by, lays it up. That was good defense that time. That was LeBlanc on the defense.
Yeah, LeBlanc doing a nice job of
hustle back,
getting to the position before Ariante could. And we've seen a lot of time. Ariante loves to get the rebound and go the distance, and usually gets an open layup. But good job there, like you said, Rob, by LeBlanc defending.
Danielle Kimball with the three ball. The 5'5" sophomore out of Deer, New Hampshire, has thrown up a couple long-range dedications. Medora now. Lee, inside. That was a pretty move inside by Courtney. She got fouled. So Jix will go to the free throw line. Well, there you go. That's 2 fouls on LeBlanc and the team fourth. The 2 fouls on LeBlanc is crucial because not a lot that Coach Kevin Gibbs can do over there, Nate. It's not like he's got, he could have come in they could have come in a van, a minivan.
Yeah, I think you're right. And they only have one sub right now, and they, like you said, Rob, 4 fouls. as players too, NHTI has got to be aware of that and be a little bit cognizant of the fact that you can't afford to take a lot of fouls and you can't commit a lot of fouls just because of that. Having only one sub, you could really wear down in terms of nutrition.
So Kimball launched a long-range one, but that one went up and over the board out of bounds. So with a 1-point lead, the Lynx will dig it on the D, and here come the Moose. This is Lola. Got Lee. Plummer way outside, that won't go, and it will go out of bounds. Not able to be chased down by Angie Bulgin, so it'll be Lynx basketball. 11:16 left. 14 fouls. On the Lynx, only one team foul on the UMA Moose. Kimball holds out. Lee's on her. Leak. An A leak. We got a 5-second call. Oh, I'm sorry, foul off the ball.
Yeah, I think it was on the screen, a moving screen called there. I think you're going to go screen for the ball. I think Lee's got to do a better job of utilizing that. I think her dribbling around back and forth makes her teammate a little bit hesitant as to know where she's going to go. So she ends up moving around, and therefore you get the moving screen call.
Right side now, Bulgin. Lola in the corner, cut off. Looks for help, gets Plummer. Lee goes in, she spins, puts it up, doesn't go. It's rebounded. Bulgin back outside now. Jix. Lola's got a 3 lined up. Oh, net. Jen Lola.
See that one formulating as Jix is taking the ball down. Lola just loves to sit on the wing and get those open shots.
This is steal by Plum. Here she comes. Jamie Plummer up and home. Ready finish. Jamie Plummer. Kimball. Danielle Kimball. Jen's got the rebound. Head of the pack it goes. Lee pulls it back out. Give and go. Lola skirts through. Couldn't get it home. LeBlanc did another solid job inside, keeping her position. Laura LeBlanc out of Norwood, New Hampshire. Runner, it wouldn't go. But foul called. We'll see what's on. Second on Bulgin. This will be Jessica Wagner at the free throw line. She'll have 2. Get one more. Haley Madura checks back in for the Moose. 2017 now. Moose by 3. 9:43 left here in this one. Came into Plummer. She lost it. It's picked up by LeBlanc. Now Kimball. Kimball launches it inside. Good head and shoulder fake. Getting up and down that time was Kessie LaCroix. 2019. Plummer dishes off. Lee's got a 3. Got it all net. Ariete Lee for 3. 23-19.
I like what UMA is doing on their offensive set by utilizing Plummer up at the top of the high post and working a triangle with the wing and the top of the key.
That was off the glass and down for a Nate Leak. Crashes it home. We got a timeout. So we got time on the floor. We'll take the timeout. More basketball when we come back after these messages.
Is your local school or group looking to raise money?
Our goal at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise you the most amount of money in the shortest period of time, hassle-free.
It's brought in thousands of dollars to our program. It's allowed us to elevate our program to the next level.
The customer service that we get from the employees at Maine Athletic Fundraising, guiding us through the entire fundraiser, is second to none. So we're able to have a great fundraiser, have a great time doing it, involve the community, and at the end of the day, raise the most amount of money in a short period of time.
We are back. Rob Munsing, Nate Munsing. Brittany's doing camera. She has all season long here. The three-person crew from Munzing Media. We're so happy to be doing UMA Moose basketball. We thank all the fine people at UMA who have provided assistance to us to make our streaming efforts go off, for the most part, without a hitch. Renee Grant's our ground person, feeding us information and game notes and rosters and stuff like that. Kimberly Lloyd sends us up halftime stats. Warren Newton, the fine athletic director here, makes it all go. Warren does a little bit of everything. And both coaches, Coach Ford on the men's side, Coach Laney for the women's side. A 1-point lead for the Moose. That comes inside to Medore. She kicks it back outside. Kim Carter now in the game. Stolen. Wagner. Jessica Wagner. Get it back outside. Lee's got it. Here she goes. Ariante will finish. Ariante was able to get a little pick on Kimball with the official. Although I don't think Kimball had any chance to catch Ariante. But this young woman, Danielle Kimball, she can shoot. She's got a low release, Nate, but you can't block it because she's so quick with it. You look at it and go, boy, she's getting it down low to get it off, but she's so quick. Jix. Nice, pretty play by Courtney Jix.
Yeah, Courtney does a great job of going to her right side across her body almost, across the paint.
Plummer. Lee now. Plummer fills the lane. Ariante went up, got fouled. Kimball said, I think I got all ball, sir. She may have, too. Jen Lola now back in the game. (28-25). Kimball, right side now. Wagner, Jessica Wagner. Lola picks her up. Little give and go. That was dropped inside to LaCroix. Travel call. (7:16). Remember, we'll have Coach Ford of the UMA Moose joining us at halftime. Talk about playoffs for his Moose men. Plum. And a jump ball called rather quickly, I think. Well, quick timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll take one break and we'll come back. Pick it up here after this.
Really think about going to college after high school. I didn't really know what I was going to do. I worked for a marine construction company, long hours away from home. It just wasn't working with raising my son. UMA offered what I needed. Great professors, a terrific price, and a learning center close to my home. I even played on UMA's basketball team. When I graduated, I got a job right away as a medical lab technician. UMA really helped me achieve my goals in life and in my career. I love UMA. I'm really proud, and so is my son. I didn't really think about it.
We rejoin you here from the Augusta Civic Center. Munzing Media production of UMA basketball is made possible by our good friends at UMA. You see the ads running on our games, the main athletic fundraising. I'm telling you, if you need some money, Mark Smith and his main athletic fundraising crowd, if you're a group, an organization, something like that, Mark will swoop in. He'll be in the people's pocket so fast, and he'll have you a bucket full of money. You won't even know what happened. The Thornton Academy Junior Trojans raised about $24,000 using Maine Athletic fundraising, and a very quick fundraising burst of activity that they were able to put to use to build a new clubhouse, new field, all kinds of great things on there. Thornton Academy for the Junior Football Trojans. Plum. And I don't know how she got through that one, but Jen Lola. Yikes. Jen with the scoop-de-doo.
It was a great shot, but even more so, the scheme is perfect against that zone defense that NHTI is running right now. Basically what they're doing is they're overloading one side and they're getting NHTI to overcommit to play that side. They're even UMA's basically working the ball underneath, and then at the top of the key, Lola just coming down almost as a back cut or a slash, if you will. And they continue to shoot lights out from 3, though.
I think that's 4 or 5 threes for Kimball. We'll get the halftime stats, but
Actually,
Danielle Kimball, I mean.
They call that one a 2.
They call it 2. Well,
yeah, it was deep 2.
It was a deep 2. Ariante Lee says, okay, well, wait a minute. I'm going to get a 3. You get a 2, I'll get a 3. Okay? And she draws Kimball on the defensive assignment. So Moose women are matched up. Going to get a reach over foul. I think it's Haley Madore on the foul. Only team 4th, 5:52 left. 6 fouls on the Lynx, 4 on the Moose. Allura LeBlanc. Good first half for Allura. She's been playing a good all-around game. I don't think she's been out. And that could be a factor here. The fatigue factor here is both these squads a little. And Lola would have finished and counted and got harmed and went down and holds her elbow. She's okay. Jen scrapes herself up off the Civic Center floor. Jen Lola's left a lot of skin on this floor. Back in her high school days at Monmouth Academy, she was a whirlwind there. I remember covering her when we covered the tournaments up here. She left a little bit of elbow skin there. Comes Kimball. Clear the track. She goes. Got it knocked away by Lola. Jen just stood there, waited, and went swat. They're trying to free Kimball up for 3. You can see why. I mean, she's been a shooting machine. That was a good step in by Lee. Ariante downshifts. Got chicks ahead of the pack. Courtney was a little short on the follow. Couldn't get it home, and Leaks got it. Now off to Kimball, 36-30.
I think Courtney was expecting a little bit of contact there and didn't get it. And it really altered the shot.
Courtney Bowards there, and here she comes. Checks left side Lee. Ariante draws Leak. Step back, no. Jix got doubled. Tried to dish in. Plumber's got it somehow. And 3-second violation as the offense broke down and got into a no parking zone. Good step in by Jen Lola. Some folks getting premium seating on there. You can see down, but just below us, the what is normally the working area for the press is not filled tonight by the press, but it's filled by some folks who are right up at courtside, so that's great. Stepped in. Here comes Ariante on Kimball. Spins, waits, gets it back out. Haley Madore looking for help. That's Jen's spot. Yep, it sure is. Well, Nate told you that's her spot, and when she was parked there and got the ball, she just gets that beautiful rotation on that shot and quick release. Jen Lola, certainly one of the best players we've seen in the league this year. Awesome. Awesome. I love it. Awesome. That little kid, she's just firing away. 39-33. We got a good one going here. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Finish our first half after this.
Is your local school or group looking to raise money?
Our goal at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise you the most amount of money in the shortest period of time, hassle-free.
It's brought in thousands of dollars to our program. It's allowed us to elevate our program to the next level.
The customer service that we get from the employees at Maine Athletic Fundraising, guiding us through the entire fundraiser, is second to none. So we're able to have a great fundraiser, have a great time doing it, involve the community, and at the end of the day, raise the most amount of money in a short period of time.
We return you back. Danielle Kimball of the Lynx has been a bombardier extraordinaire. We have her for 5 or 6 3-pointers, and I'm not talking about just little peddling 3-pointers. We're talking about downtown dedications on these 3-pointers.
You're exactly right, Rob. She's at least a step or two back off of the 3-point line every time she shot. And like you were talking about her shot earlier, it is a low release, but it is so quick. As soon as she gets the ball, it's up in the air. And again, and it's the other thing too is what's helped her out is because she's not the tallest player out there. She's a short point guard, and she does a great job handling the rock. But on top of that, her shot is her being back so far. The defenders aren't going all the way out on her, and they need to start to, or they should have been about 3 3-pointers ago, I think.
Yeah, I've got her for 6 3-pointers. So that's 18 points, and plus she's got some more. She's of the 33 points. I mean, she's got 20 of them. Lee's going to launch a 3. She's going to iron it out. Six-point lead for the Moose. Lee launches. She's got another 3. 3 or 4 for Ariante. Well, Kimball says, why not? I'm almost rooting for him to go in now. Here comes Lee. Ariante a 3 on 2. Got it knocked away. Got it back. Plummer's got to clear the track. Rebound. Lee's got it. She spins and puts it home. What a tough, gritty play inside by Ariante. Yeah, Ariante can finesse you, she can muscle you, and she can outrun you. So how do you want to play it, boys and girls? She can do it all.
I've yet to see her. We haven't seen. The only time that we've ever seen her have a difficult night is when she herself has been off.
Yeah.
Her shot was a little bit off, or things weren't falling her way. It's never been a defender that can really shut her down, or at least we haven't seen as a home game yet.
Because we do all the Moose home games that are here, but not all the Moose home games are here because of the Civic Center schedule. I think we did maybe six home games of boys and girls this year. I think we did 12 games, Nate, this year. This is our 6th doubleheader, I believe. Comes out to the 12 games at home. Now 44-33. That was a good, strong finish by Laura LeBlanc. This is Jen Lola. They come out on Lee. Dumped into Plummer. She goes up, can't get it. Fights for the rebound. Who's got it? They'll tussle with it. Jen Lola went and cleaned the parking lot out with her hips and then made some room for herself, and she found her parking space in there. She cleaned it out, kept it, got the shot in. Everybody's yelling shoot every time Miss Kimball gets the ball. You see why. She comes over half court. You got to consider her a shooter. As Nate told you, the Moose weren't respecting her range. I mean, she has got some range. Missed her last 3. They're trying to do a better job of denying her, I think, Nate, has been the strategy that maybe Coach Laney has put into the mix. Let somebody else shoot it.
Yeah, and this is really going to hurt UMA here that Lola's going to have 3 fouls with only having 2 substitutes as well. I mean, neither bench is real big, and obviously if you get into foul trouble, it's really going to affect you down the stretch.
Angie Bojan, and now it's Haley Medore, Ariante Lee, Jamie Plummer, Courtney Jicks. 46-36, 10-point lead, 1:43 left here. First half action. Stay with us, Coach Ford. We'll be up to share his enthusiasm about the men's team here between the halves. Ariante, she's got another 3 ball. That's 4 threes at least for Ariante. Yeah, Jix is playing right in Kimball's shirt and denying her. You know, which is a good way to go if you deny her the ball back. Yeah, I mean, you know, you play that help defense sometimes, Nate, and it allows a shooter to get the ball in a shooting position. So if somebody's got 20 points out of the 33 and you try to lock them down a little bit, it's pretty good strategy.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in if you can prevent the ball from reaching the best scorer, then they're not going to score. So, spend your energy and your time denying the ball so it never reaches that player.
51-36. Moose have opened up here a little bit. Kimball's going to make some room for herself. Pop it up that time. Jix did a good job on her. Ariante passes to herself. Plum's ahead of the pack. A little give and go. Ariante left-handed finish. That was pretty.
Great half so far for UMA, especially you look at 53 points in the first half is pretty demanding scoring.
Yeah, the Moose won they lead the season series. They won their last game 74-57 over NHTI. But the Moose are on their way to a big score if they can maintain this. They're well over 100 points for the game if they can maintain this scoring. Shot clock's off. Game clock at 16. Checks to Lee. They're at 8 seconds. Lee's looking at the clock. She pops back a three. Rems it, no, rebound. And Medora's got it but can't get it off. So good half of basketball for the Moose. They lead at 53-36. Stay with us. We'll have Coach Jim Ford will join us here at halftime. But first, let's pause for these messages.
Going to college after high school, I didn't really know what I was going to do. I worked for a marine construction company. Long hours away from home. It just wasn't working with raising my son. UMA offered what I needed. Great professors, a terrific price, and a learning center close to my home. I even played on UMA's basketball team. When I graduated, I got a job right away as a medical lab technician. UMA really helped me achieve my goals in life and in my career. I love UMA. I'm really proud, and so is my son.
I was stagnating in my job. I wanted to study computer science. I looked at other programs, both online and in the state. UMA was very affordable, fit my budget, fit my schedule. It's really geared towards a working person. The support was just amazing. I once emailed a professor on a Saturday night and she called me back on a Sunday morning. That's UMA. I found what I really wanted for a career. I never would have done it without UMA. I am a very happy geek.
Is your local school or group looking to raise money?
Our goal at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise you the most amount of money in the shortest period of time, hassle-free.
It's brought in thousands of dollars to our program. It's allowed us to elevate our program to the next level.
The customer service that we get from the employees at Maine Athletic Fundraising, guiding us through the entire fundraiser, is second to none. So we're able to have a great fundraiser, have a great time doing it, involve the community, and at the end of the day, raise the most amount of money in a short period of time.
UMA Moosemen, and Jim, we had you on a couple of weeks ago, and you talked about the evolution of the team, the second half. You were excited then. I think you're a little more excited now.
Oh, absolutely. You can see tonight that things are coming together on a defensive end of the court, and we handled the little pressure NHTI gave us today a little bit better than we did last night. We were up against a juggernaut against Central Maine, and we know we got a ways to go yet to be able to control tempo against a very good, aggressive, hard-pressing team.
So as you take a look here at the season, it evolved well for you, and now you're going in the playoffs first time since the 10-11 season. So fantastic here for the Moose to be going in. And I'm thinking teams are looking at you going, geez, these guys, don't look at their record. They're pretty good.
Right. I think this year the emergence of Brandon Rogers and the continuation of Keith Chesley's play, and then bring in Caleb McGuire into our front line, we've become a formidable front line. And as the season has progressed, we've been able to really get a chemistry going with Jesse Smith coming in for the first time and Tavon Aaron being injury-free. We're meshing together like we had not in the first half, and we are a dangerous team that can score 80 points a game or maybe 90. Our question is, can our defense solidify itself to keep the teams under 85 ourselves? And defense will be our Achilles, or it'll be what'll bring us home.
Well, you talk about tempo. What are some of the things that a coach can do to try to control the tempo? Look to me like you're working on some things in this game. Nate mentioned very astutely that you're looking like you're trying to work the shot clock a little bit, which normally you don't do, but it's something you might have to do in the tournament.
Right. One of the things we'd like to do is try to take our shots in order to control tempo with 10 seconds or less on the 35-second clock. Doing that gives us a lot of good ball movement, and hopefully within that last 10 seconds we take either hopefully an entry pass shot in the paint, or we get a quick kick out and get an open look with about 5 seconds left to go. So the key is ball movement and not rushing to take that first shot on a 35-second clock.
Jim, when you take a look at some of the kids that won some honors, they honored some folks. You honored a longtime faculty member. Pretty good night here for UMA, both the men and the women.
Yes, well, John Schlenker has been an unbelievable professor here in sociology for the university, and we've enjoyed him. We've enjoyed him all the years I've been here now, my 9th year, and all the years, 20 more plus years that John's been announcing UMA games, and he's an icon here at UMA. He's going to be missed.
You certainly need people like that in your program for sure. Well, I want to wish you the very best of luck as you head down the tournament, and certainly we will be following the exploits of the men and the women in the tournament. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you, Rob.
About going to college after high school, I didn't really know what I was going to do. I worked for a marine construction company, long hours away from home. It just wasn't working with raising my son. UMA offered what I needed. Great professors, a terrific price, and a learning center close to my home. I even played on UMA's basketball team. When I graduated, I got a job right away as a medical lab technician. UMA really helped me achieve my goals in life and in my career. I love UMA. I'm really proud, and so is my son. I didn't really...
We rejoin you here again set for second half action. Before we do that, let's take a look at the first half stats. Danielle Kimball, high score for the Lynx. She's got 15 points. She's 5 of 10 from three-point land. All 15 points are threes for Danielle. For UMA, high scorer, Ariante Lee. She's got 23 points. She's 4 of 7 from three-point land. Jen Lola's 2 of 5. She's got 15 points for the Lady Moose. So good half for the Moose. Thanks to Jim Ford for stopping by. See Coach Ford's excitement on heading into the playoffs. What he thinks he needs to do to handle things that way. Angie Bojan couldn't get it. She got it back. Got it back outside to Lee. Ariante snaps one home.
Angie's got a nice knack to be able to kick the ball out. She always seems to be in the right place, kind of the right time. She gets a ball that might have got batted here or moved over there, and she finds herself with it. And she does a nice job of being able to kick that out to somebody to put themselves in a good shot or a good position to shoot from.
Jamie Plummer pats Jen Lowell in the back after she scraped herself up from the deck. As we said, Jen will play a lot of basketball down on the deck.
And NHTI can't afford to have fouls like that. They can't afford to have fouls in general, especially those ones.
Lee, Lola. Jamie Plummer with a three, irons it up. Fights for the rebound. Ahead of the pack comes Kimball. And she gets a conventional two-point basket. Lola, Lee, high post off the elbow, swung the other side, checks, Lee for three, no, Plummer for the rebound, yes.
Jamie doing a great job underneath there, watching to our near side, going ahead and using her body to make room and be in a great position to make that rebound on the backside.
We thank Coach Ford for his fine comments on our work and commentary. As I said, it's a labor of love for us, as we love doing this, and hope it'll be a long relationship we'll have with UMA. Coach is hoping to get maybe some more games up here next year. Of course, it all depends. Locked into certain events here at the Civic Center. Leak, yes, nice put back. On A-Lee with a pullback pop. 57-40, 17-point lead for the Moose women. Number 3 seed going into the tournament. Of course, their big rivals are the same as with the men. It's the Southern Maine Community Colleges and Central Maine Community College. Both good teams. They went after each other tonight.
UMA right now just in a great flow. I mean, you can see that the ball's kind of bouncing their way tonight, that they're getting all the loose ones. And, there's always a true and tried testament to those 50-50 balls. When they're kind of on the ground, you're wondering who's going to get to it. And tonight it just seems as though UMA's got the touch in terms of being able to get to those.
Well, playing together, and, familiar now with the floor. Shooting background. That could be a little dicey here, Nate, huh? With the, it's so wide open.
Yeah, I'm a little bit.
At both ends.
I think tonight's a little. I mean, they pulled out all the bleachers. It's fully set to be filled because of the high school basketball tournaments that are going to be going on here in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
And that does have something to play with. I mean, even on the backside here, on our left-hand side, you can see that the bleachers are pulled out. So it might be a little bit more shooter-friendly tonight.
Yeah, that's a good point, Nate.
Even in the men's game, we saw some pretty good shooting.
Yeah,
And obviously, these two teams are shooting pretty well from the three-point arc.
Yeah. Plenty of good seats still available, folks, if you'd like to come out to the game. I was down heading to coffee so I could be awake to call the second game here, because my full-time teaching job gets me up at like too early in the morning. So I get a coffee between games. Girls are warming up. Went down and I said to Ariante, I said, listen, Ariante, I'm looking for somebody to dunk the ball here in the game tonight. So she promised me she'd give it a try. Then Lola back down on the floor. Battling Jessica Wagner for it. Be Lynx basketball. Pretty spin move, but it wouldn't get home for LeBlanc. Comes Lee. Lola goes, makes room, puts up the run, and rims it. Rebounds loose. Plummer's got it. Jamie says 3. Yep.
You can kind of see there in that possession what I'm talking about a little bit, that they're just completely under control, calm and collected on the offensive side. Even when they put up shots, they're doing a good job of getting second shot opportunities by rebounding on the offensive side and kind of moving the ball around, and just, you know, there's no frantic nature to them in their offensive set right now. They're just really calm and collected and moving the ball well and taking very good shots.
That rims out. Jamie rebound, glasses it. Clicking on all cylinders. The Moose women. That's a runner, going to count it. That was a good finish there that time by Jessica Wagner out of Conway, New Hampshire, the 5'7" sophomore. Hit a leaner going left, shot it right. Did a good job of getting her elbows square to the basket. Third on Angie, so she's got to go. Haley Medore now in the game here for the UMA Moose. 20-point lead, make it 19. Lee, high post, gets it back, goes in the paint, spins, puts it up, wouldn't go. Courtney Jicks tried to keep it alive, but she couldn't do it. It'll be Lynx basketball. Wagner off the rim. Lola with it now. Here comes Jen left side. Makes room for herself, puts it up, no. Jen says, I think I might have got hit. Comes Kimball with it. Skips to the head. Wagner couldn't finish. Here comes Lee. Lee's got Lola. Lee stops. Goes, no. Lola's underneath. She goes up, got fouled by Kimball. Jen Lola. Second on Kimball. Lola will go to the free throw line. And she will shoot 2. Got the first one. Wagner will take a seat. She'll get a rest. Now in the game, Kendall Grayton, the 5'8" freshman out of Holderness. 14-22. Kimball goes left side, pulls it back out. They'll chase her down. She's trouble. Leak and out. Lola rebound. Ahead of the pack is Plummer. Jamie's got it, pulls it up. Looks for help. Got it back to Lola. They got Lee in the corner. They'll skip it to her. No, it comes into Jicks. It's loose. Leak. Skip the head to. This is LaCroix. I'm sorry. She didn't get it. And here we come back again. 67-47. It goes on. Courtney Jicks right side to Lola. Jen thought about it. Makes room. Jicks has got a 3 lined up. She got it. Back on the rebound. Tried to dish it inside. And it's all Lakes with Kimball ahead of the pack and home. Kevin Gibbs going to call the timeout. We'll take the timeout. We'll come back. 13:32 left. 68-49. We're back after this.
I was stagnating in my job. I wanted to study computer science. I looked at other programs, both online and in the state. UMA was very affordable, fit my budget, fit my schedule. It's really geared towards a working person. The support was just amazing. I once emailed a professor on a Saturday night, and she called me back on a Sunday morning. That's UMA. I found what I really wanted for a career. I never would have done it without UMA. I am a very happy geek.
13:32 left, 68-49. The Moose Call brought to you by the fine folks at UMA. Maine Athletic Fundraising. We thank them for their support of Munzing Media. Maine Athletic Fundraisers, our sponsor as we go about doing our live streaming package, be it UMA basketball. They hosted sponsored us for the Fitzpatrick dinner that we did at the end of January down in Portland. Ben Lucas from Coney High School given the Fitzpatrick Award. We covered that, live streamed that. You want an event covered? We'd be glad to talk to you about covering your event, whether it's a corporate event. We can live stream meetings, business meetings, athletics, travels to exotic lands. We'll even do that. Way outside. Wouldn't fall. You talked about the loose ball battle. Perfect example right there. The Moose women were just all over that. Second chance opportunities, every loose ball went to them. They're a little fresher legged, I think, here than the Lynx.
Kimball back on track.
Well, she's been slacking.
Yeah.
She's been slacking.
I think that's the first three.
That's the first three.
In the second half, though.
First three in the second half. As we told you, 5 in the first half. 5 of 10. All 15 points of hers were 3 balls that was thrown into traffic and stolen away. Skipped ahead to Kimball. She got it. No, Lee's got it. Uh-oh, don't anybody get hurt. Ariante went skittering in, but it'll be Moose basketball. Jicks now with it. 70-52, 18-point lead here for the Moose women. 12:15 left. High post. That went off. Angie Bolgen tried the 3 outside. Comes Kimball, going to pull it back outside. Why not launch? She does and hits. And did you see Courtney Jicks after that? Courtney just put her arms out like this. What
are you going to do?
What am I supposed to do? I mean, she's on the prowl. I try to cut her off. She stops the dribble, comes back outside. Before you can get out there, bing, it's gone. She's like a lightning bug. I mean, she truly is like a lightning bug. I like this. I like this kid. She's exciting.
Well, and you can tell she really set Courtney up because she did fake like she was going to be driving down to the hole, and just as Courtney committed to it, she said, "Okay, well, I'll just step back." Step back, she did ever, and then bomb up with a 3 and nothing but net.
You know, sometimes you just got to go tip your hat to a player and say, "Hey, that was pretty awesome." Of course, it's easier to do when you got a 15-point lead. It was just 19 points down to 15. Leak with it here. And Leak got discombobulated, and she got a big smile on her face. That's fun. She knows he goofed up. I like Coach Kevin Gibbs' reaction. He just sat there and, just went, well, sometimes you can do something about things, sometimes you can't. Not like you have to criticize the player there. She knows what she did. Lee's got it, head of the pack. Kimball's got it. Uh-oh. Threads it back over. LeBlanc. No. Jicks. Lee. Oh, okay. I did hear. I thought I heard a whistle. Yes, whistle. Timeout. So timeout on the floor. We'll take timeout back after this.
About going to college after high school. I didn't really know what I was going to do. I worked for a marine construction company. Long hours away from home. It just wasn't working with raising my son. UMA offered what I needed. Great professors, a terrific price, and a learning center close to my home. I even played on UMA's basketball team. When I graduated, I got a job right away as a medical lab technician. UMA really helped me achieve my goals in life and in my career. I love UMA. I'm really proud, and so is my...
We welcome you back here. We'll let you know upcoming games here for the Moose. It'll be the 2013-2014 Elite Eight Championship. The women quarterfinals are Thursday, February 20th. Men quarterfinals will take place the next day, Friday, February 21st. And the semifinal Saturday on the 22nd, and the final will be February 23rd on Sunday. So you can go to the YSCC website. There's a whole tournament package there. It's supposed to be held down at Southern Maine Community College. All kinds of information on those. Those will be live streamed, but unlike the Munzing Media live stream from UMA, I think those are pay-per-view. Probably a reasonable package if you want to follow the teams here, follow your Moose and others. Good brand of basketball there. Make sure you support your Moose. Moose would like to thank Suntan City and KDT Towing and Repair for their support of UMA Athletics, and also the Maine National Guard, also a prime supporter of UMA Athletics. Jamie Plummer got a couple of threes tonight. Increases the lead, 70-55. 73-55. Didn't get that right up there. Here comes Lee. Oh, that was good defense by Kemble. Boy, she got a piece of that. Just played the left hand smartly. Bojan got a piece of it, but it went inside. Now we'll get it back out. Here comes your Bombardier. Yep.
It's 8.
She got 8 3-pointers.
She's 3 for 3 in the second half.
And she hasn't broken a sweat yet. Huh? Boy, could you imagine putting her with a deeper team, a team that could just drive and penetrate, and just tell this girl, hey, you go stand out there. We're gonna dribble, drive, and kick back out to you? Oh, my gosh.
I know. And, you know, the other thing she does so well is she creates a lot of space for herself.
Yeah.
I think she's a very good dribble shooter. And what I mean by that is while she's dribbling, she's such a quick release. She's got a good shot, and her percentage has been pretty good from her dribbling and making space for herself and then putting the shot up.
Well, I remember, now that, we've seen the launches here by Danielle Kimball, I remember her from last year. She did the same thing up here. Remember being, not like this. I mean,
No.
I haven't seen many people do this. 8 threes. I think she's got about 28 points, Nate. Because she hit a couple of twos here in the start of the second half. Penetrates and dishes.
Drag that back foot.
That was the drag and the hip check was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think NHTI should do anything but just let Kimball dribble around and shoot threes and then go rebound for her.
Yeah. Knocked out by Jix, I think. Yes, it is, and it'll roll down into the area. We got a little scamper there. We got a little guy scampering after it, Brittany. See if you can get the guy that got the ball. He did a heck of a job. Let's give him some on-air credit when he comes back out. There he is. Look at him. Fantastic job there. Here comes Kimball. They pick her up at half court because she's in her range. Leak. They've got Lee on her now. Ariante is on Kimball duty, and that'll be a backcourt violation.
I think the collegiate single game scoring record is set by I forget what his name is, but the philosophy behind it is this individual shoots every possession.
Yeah.
All the team does is rebound.
Yeah, I forget that.
Happened last year.
Yeah, a little travel. It's a team that came up and played at Colby a couple years ago. I forget what their name is. Begin with a C, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They came up and they played at Colby.
I want to say it was 123 points or something more than that. One guy, one person scoring that amount is unbelievable.
I wouldn't let that happen because I put 17 people on them, in and out. It was on range. Lola's got it. So a rare miss by Kimball.
Yeah, and thinking about it, it's just fascinating to think that to have that many possessions to be able to score is just staggering.
I don't think that was a double dribble, Nate.
I think Ariante fooled the refs there because I think it was a little bit too quick. The ball got knocked out of her hand.
Yeah, that's
and
what I thought.
She regained possession, but it happened so quickly. It looked like it was a dribble.
Yeah, I did think it was. Coach Laney wanted to check with another official, but Ariante lost it on that dribble. LeBlanc goes the full length of the court and lays it in. Laura LeBlanc. 75-60, 15-point lead. That's about as close as they've been able to get it. The Lynx have been, I don't think they've got it under 15. It's been 20, and then it'll scoop down to 15, then the Moose will have a little run, they'll come back out.
Yeah, but I got a feeling unless Kimball goes off even more than she is, or somebody else picks up some slack, and they got to stop them defensively.
Yeah, they're not.
They haven't
Yeah,
done that yet.
exactly. And that's what we saw in the men's game, too. That was a good step over defense by Leak, but she knocked it out of bounds. Yeah, Jamie didn't get the ball down. They got called on travel. .30 left. Lee's right on Kimball. Fights through the pick. LeBlanco's got it rejected. Head to Lee. Cross court. Plummer's parked inside. Now she'll move out. Leak ahead. Bulgin on her. Dropped out. Comes Ariante. Pulls it back. No. Jamie never brought it down. Stayed right up high with it, Nate, just like you taught. Don't bring the ball down. When you're one of the bigs, keep it up high. She did it. Got it home. Got a foul underneath on the door. Second on Medora, third on the team, so no foul trouble here heading in the final 6:36 either way. Coming good. Jessica Wagner. She'll get a rest. Well, Jessica. Lee out front. Comes in the Plummer. Kick to Jix. No. Jamie knocked it out of bounds. Leak lobbed inside. That was LeBlanc trying to get it home. Couldn't. Ariante Lee. Got Bulgin ahead of her. She stops, puts it up, rolls it off. And Lynx basketball. Under 6 minutes. You see the score is 77-62. Is Kimball. Come out on her. She'll penetrate there and put up a scoop shot and home. Jix splits the defense. Doesn't go. Leak's got it. Lola on harassment. Ahead. Knocked away. Checks out of bounds. Stays Lynx basketball. staying right on outside on Danielle Kimball because she's proven to be the scorer's touch here today. And you can see what that is, a good strategy by UMA. So full timeout. We'll take the full timeout. We'll come back, finish the final five after these messages.
Is your local school or group looking to raise money?
Our goal at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise you the most amount of money in the shortest period of time, hassle-free.
It's brought in thousands of dollars to our program. It's allowed us to elevate our program to the next level.
The customer service that we get from the employees at Maine Athletic Fundraising, guiding us through the entire fundraiser, is second to none. So we're able to have a great fundraiser, have a great time doing it, involve the community, and at the end of the day, raise the most amount of money in a short period of time.
I think one of the things I like most, Nate, and I think you probably know this about coming up here to UMA, I love the pregame warm-up music. It just does so much for me because it just blows it blows the wax right out of my ears, Nate. I never have to worry about that. We come up here, they get the volume pumped up. In fact, I'd taken to bringing earplugs, those type that you use on construction jobs. I'm a little bit beyond that music age. At 61, I'm not quite into the rap scene.
Well, yeah, speaking of so, you know what they say, if the music is too loud, you're too old.
Yeah, well, yeah, I freely admit that. I mean, I brought up one of my mixtapes of Simon and Garfunkel, but I couldn't get him to play it. I'm going to demand that in our contract next year, Nate. See Coach Ford, Coach Laney, Renee Grant, Warren Newton. I'm going to tell Warren, if Simon and Garfunkel's not on the pregame warm-up, I'm not coming up next year. '79-64, stolen away by Lee. Ariante. Jamie finished, got knocked away. So probably all the UMA players that are watching this on replay are going, Simon, God, what are they, a law firm? Jamie.
How about the Beatles tribute that they just had?
Loved it. Loved it. Oh my gosh, I was raving about that in school to the kids the other day, and they were looking at me.
It must be well past them, though.
Yeah, they were looking at me like I was some fossilized reptile. 81-64. They were like pity. They were pitying me. I said, you know, some of the people you like were like John Legend and stuff like that were actually playing and the kids looked at me like, who? They didn't even know who these guys were. I couldn't believe it. I don't know how a high school kid couldn't know who John Legend is. I mean, he's certainly a legend in his own time.
Part of his name.
I know. Four minutes left here in this one. Comes in underneath. Almost a collision underneath. Ariante got out of it. Courtney paints a little hard. Jamie Plummer, a little soft.
I think the UMA women moves here really gelling pretty well together now.
Yeah, boy, they got to be going.
Their spacing is really nice, and they know the strength of each of the players and how they all kind of interact and how they are flowing offensively. I think they've got a real good shot here moving into the tournament to really surprise some folks. I think both teams really do.
Well, as Coach Ford told you, the men are going to have to contend with the two elite teams in this Elite Eight. You know, Southern Maine, Central Maine.
Yeah, and I think he makes a really good point. Sometimes those games, it really comes down to game plan and execution, obviously. If your athletes are just as good, it's just going to be a matter of putting together something that takes away what they do so well. And I think Coach Ford is definitely going to have a really solid game plan set in place to be able to either take away their number one scorer, and like he mentioned over and over again, Michigan, it's going to be their defense. So they've got to be able to stop the main scorers of those two programs in order to have success and move really and be able to win the tournament.
So we get ourselves a full timeout. We'll take our final timeout, and we'll come back. We'll be wrapping this one up when we come back to UMA basketball after this.
I was stagnating in my job. I wanted to study computer science. I looked at other programs, both online and in the state. UMA was very affordable, fit my budget, fit my schedule. It's really geared towards a working person. The support was just amazing. I once emailed a professor on a Saturday night, and she called me back on a Sunday morning. That's UMA. I found what I really wanted for a career. I never would have done it without UMA. I am a very happy geek. I was...
See, that's what I'm talking about, this music now. Just, this really.
Well, this song right here is not anything new.
No. That's not anything new?
No.
Okay.
This is early 90s right here.
Early 90s, all right. Well, I was old then. I hear that one a lot of basketball. Jen Lola at the free throw line here for the Moose. 84-64, 21-point lead now, 85-64. This is Lee with it. Ariante. And finishes strongly. 87-64. Let a little bump in action go there. Ariante pulls it out now. Looks for some help. Gets it now. Lola's open. She thought about the three. Now she goes in the paint. Dishes back off to Plummer. She got to track it down. Lee. Pull back. And nets it. Lee playing tough defense here on Kimball, and now Jix jumped out on her. And Plum's got the steal. Back to Lola, head of the pack. Courtney. Back to Courtney Jix. $89-64. This is Jessica Wagner for two.
Basket by number 44, Jessica Wagner.
Lee, no. It's loose. Double dribble. Yeah.
Double dribble.
Kimball dishes inside, and Bolgen stepped into the passing lane. Off by Lee. Whoops. Entanglement down there. I hope nobody's hurt. And get the athletic training staff on that. So they'll tend to the injured player. And we'll take a timeout with this, and we'll come back. We'll finish this one up here after this message.
I didn't really think about going to college after high school. I didn't really know what I was going to do. I worked for a marine construction company, long hours away from home. It just wasn't working with raising my son. UMA offered what I needed. Great professors, a terrific price, and a learning center close to my home. I even played on UMA's basketball team. When I graduated, I got a job right away as a medical lab technician. UMA really helped me achieve my goals in life and in my career. I love UMA. I'm really proud, and so is my son. I didn't really think
Is your local school or group looking to raise money?
Our goal at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise you the most amount of money in the shortest period of time, hassle-free.
It's brought in thousands of dollars to our program. It's allowed us to elevate our program to the next level.
The customer service that we get from the employees at Maine Athletic Fundraising, guiding us through the entire fundraiser, is second to none. So we're able to have a great fundraiser, have a great time doing it, involve the community, and at the end of the day, raise the most amount of money in a short period of time.
Back here after the injury timeout. Let's see who it was that went over there. Was it Wagner? Yeah. Well, we hope she's going to be okay. Jessica Wagner's played a fine game here for the Lynx. Got kind of tangled up there underneath. Went down. This is okay. It's on an inbounds. Jen Lola, eyeing a three. Got a rebound. They'll call a possession, and it will go to the Lynx. 1 minute left here. 1 minute left in our season. Again, we want to thank all the fine folks here at UMA. Help make it an enjoyable stay, both coaches, all the players on both teams. Wonderful kids in these two programs. I've been around student athletes for close to 40 years. And these are among some of the nicest kids that you're ever going to meet here at UMA on both these teams. Pleasant, every kid we had an opportunity to talk to. Very cool, calm, collected, well composed, put their team first, and certainly that is indicative of what they're learning at the college, and as they come with their coaches and families and all that. So we hope we brought some enjoyment to the UMA extended family here, the folks that can't get to the games, by live streaming these games, and we hope the kids have enjoyed the games as they've gone back to watch them. We know the coaches have, and use them for instruction purposes. And I want to thank Nate and Brittany for just an outstanding job. Just the three of us pulled this thing off, and we think we do the best job around. We're pretty proud of our efforts, and certainly all the folks here at UMA make a very enjoyable experience for all those of us at Munzing Media. So that's going to conclude the game, an 89-68 win, a sweep here by the Moose men and women. We wish them the very best of luck as they head into tournament play in the Elite Eight. We'll certainly be following your trip to the Elite Eight, and congratulations to UMA basketball on an outstanding regular season, continued success in the postseason. For Nate and Brittany, I'm Rob Munzing. We'll see you next season, we hope, here on UMA Basketball. Good night, everybody.